Now this method of taking off your front or rear wheel only requires one person. Now a lot of people have put on sockets. I went out and bought this one. This is kind of an oddball socket. It's 22 millimeters right there, and I think that my other Dio is 22 millimeters too. They use the same kind of thing. But then I use what's called a breaker bar. A breaker bar is a long bar and it's 1/2 inch. That means the socket in there is 1/2 inch. You can get sockets in 4 different sizes. You can get 1/4 inch, which is right there. You can get 3/8, which is standard size, which is right there. You can get 1/2 inch, which is a little bit larger, and then we get up to 3/4 inch, which are 3/4 and 1 inch, which are used for like taking apart like dams and Empire State Building, shit like that. Okay, now we get the breaker bar on here, and if you've got a zip gun or a air compressor, well, you can use that too. But we get it on here. The first problem is that when you go to turn or push this down, the wheel is going to turn, so we got to stop that. And a lot of people figure, well, how can I do that? You know, I can hold it with both hands, get somebody to do it. The best thing for this is already built on the bike. It's called the brake. Now, if you're alone, you can come back here with this brake. You can tighten this clamshell brake up like this, clockwise. And what that'll do when you push that in is that will lock that tire up. Okay, now let's put that back over here. The way I do it is this. This is your rear brake. Fuck. Come on, man, I'm making a movie here. You're fired. Piece of shit. You see the rear wheel? It's moving. Okay, now we put that a little bit lower. What I like to do is to come up here with the rear brake and pull that bitch as hard as you can. Now what that does is that opens the clamshell brakes in the rear. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I'm going to hold this down with one hand, and I'm going to do a little acrobatics and see if I can do it with my foot. See, you can turn it like this and get closer. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put my foot right there on the breaker bar. Usually you want to do this with your hand, and you can, but I got to have one hand for the camera. Now I've got my brake tight as hell right there, so I know the tires. Now I'm going to push down. And there you go. That's how that works. This is the easiest way to do it that I have found, is to use the brake clamshell in the interior as your friend. And of course, this probably hasn't been taken off since, well, so I got to do this one-handed and just hope it works, because remember, I don't edit any of my films. I don't know how to edit. I don't do any kind of enhancements or any of that crap, nothing. Okay, there's your rear nut and your rear washer right there. And this wheel should come off as soon as I take the fender off. That's the next thing. But I have to get a little bag and mark it with the little things in there. And the next video will be me. I will have the fender off, and we'll take the rear wheel off. Oh, before I do it, I should do a compression check. Okay, as long as everything's right there, we'll just do that. We'll use that as a base, and I'll do my compression check right there, and we'll see what the pressure has to say about this. All right.